Good morning, class 5. I'm here again, and we're revising the chapter The Wizard of Hockey, and we're talking about Major Dhyan Chand, and we've seen how, and when he was called the wizard of hockey when he joined the Punjab regiment, okay, and he played for the Punjab regiment, and when they were about to lose, okay, it is because of the last 3 minutes, okay, of the goals that he made, he scored. Okay, he comes to be known as a wizard of hockey, and then he becomes an international player, and we see in different parts of the continent he played hockey. Okay, now we're in the next line here. When he played at the Berlin Olympics, okay, a German newspaper carried a banner headline. A banner, that's a large headline. The Olympic complex now has a magic show too. And why did it say a magic show? Because we had earlier seen his hockey stick was known as a magic hockey, a magic stick. Okay, but then we all know it is because of a skill in that game, and it is because of the passion that he had for the game. Therefore, it seemed to the spectators that it was magic. Dhyan Chand believed in being the best. As a great sportsman, he never lost his temper. That's one of the most important quality, children, when you're on the field. But he certainly had the will to win. Yes, you have to have that confidence that you will win. Dhyan Chand played well and an excellent team with the team spirit. He had an excellent team spirit. He respected his teammates. So these are all the characteristic or the features, you can say, of a very good player, okay, because these are the qualities actually you should have, okay, when you're playing as a team. Even though he was talented, yeah, he was talented, but he never boasted or showed off. So you can see you have to have patience, you have to have the will to win, the confidence, and most importantly, respect the teammates. And he played selflessly. He did not play for himself, but he played for the team as a whole. He played for the country, for the nation. If he found that one of his teammates was in a better position to score, he would immediately that is, pass the ball to the well-played player. And that's how you have to almost, to win, you have to have the spirit, okay, that it's not me, okay, that, it should not be focused on myself, but as a team I'm playing. So that's what. He used to pass the ball. Hockey is a game of 11. That's what he used to say. Exactly like, how you play your football. And it's not one individual, he always said, and that's very true, and that's the spirit. Okay, at the age of 51, Dhyan Chand retired from the army as a major. The government of India honored him that year by awarding him Padma Bhushan. Now that's the India's third largest civilian honor. That means the government honors the person. Civilian is a person who is not a member of the armed forces or the police, an ordinary person like you and me. So that's the Padma Bhushan award with what Major Dhyan Chand received. Dhyan Chand breathed his last on 3rd December. So he died on 3rd December 1979 in Delhi. A year after his death, the Indian Postal Service issued a commemorative. A commemorative is paying a tribute, okay, respecting. So, and what did they do? They made a stamp, okay, in his honor. The Dhyan Chand Stadium in New Delhi is also named in his honor. As I said, his birthday, that is 29th August, is celebrated as the National Sports Day in India. Okay, the president also gives away sports award such as the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna, Arjuna Award, and the Dronacharya Award on this day at Rashtrapati Bhavan, that is the official home of the President of India. So these are the different, award that is related to sports. And children, you have to know, and this is very important for the GK, your general knowledge, you should be knowing. So National Day the National Sports Day in India celebrated on 29th of August. And what are the different awards that is related to your sports? Okay, so you can see your Major Dhyan Chand, okay, such an inspiration for all the young minds like you, young people. Okay, in 2002, a Dhyan Chand Award for Lifetime Achievement in Sports and Games was introduced to honor those sportspersons who had not only contributed to sports to their performance, but continued to contribute to the promotion of sports after retirement from an active sporting career. Now, the opening sentence of Dhyan Chand's autobiography reads, "I am a common man and then a soldier." So you see, he was such a simple man, a man full of wisdom, and that what he showed in the field. Okay, he never boasted. Okay, so he had full patience. So I'm a common man, I'm then a soldier. It has been my training from my very childhood to avoid limelight. That means he did not want crave for people's attention. Yes, you have the full potential, you have all the talent, okay? Then you don't have to seek limelight. People will automatically know it. They will know your talent, okay? So that's how he was brought up. He avoided limelight. Publicity. I have chosen a profession where I have been taught to be a soldier and nothing beyond that. So he is a soldier, okay, a fighter. But he was not so common after all. His skill was the stuff of myths and legends, okay? So the skill which he had now becomes a myth and a legend, that now he's a legendary sports person he's remembered as, okay? His epic and icon. Everyone looks up to him. There will never be another man like him. Dhyan Chand's brother, Roop Singh, and his son Ashok Kumar, nephew Chandrasekhar, and granddaughter Neha Singh too had the privilege of representing the national hockey team at the Olympics and various World Cup games. So you can see the legacy, okay, of him being a great hockey player was continued by his family members as well. The Singh family has won 5 Olympic gold medals, 1 Olympic bronze, 1 World Cup gold, and 1 World Cup silver, and 1 World Cup bronze medal. So you can see how, your Major Dhyan Chand was, had become a great hockey player, and then his inspiration, okay, his legacy was completely carried on by his family members as well. And then we know when he was very young, he was not that very interested and he did not know his potential, but there was someone who understood his potential, and then he could reach the heights of glory, and now today he becomes a legendary hockey player. Okay, children, so you'll also need to follow footsteps of these great sports person, and of course I think I will be able to see my children, okay, one day, reaching the heights of success. Okay, children, now you have a timeline here. A timeline, what is a timeline? It's a graphical representation of period of time where important events take place. So here you have the timeline of Dhyan Chand from 1905, that the year he was born. So then you have different years, 1922, 26, 28, 32, 36, 56, 79 and 2002. Till then, okay, what he has achieved. Okay, you need to all write down and the dates that is given there. So that's a timeline, a graphical representation. It's a timeline, the period of time. So it can be like, if you take it for example yourself, okay, the year you were born, okay, and from which year you went to school, okay, the first day of your school, what did you do, okay, so those events comes in those timelines. So exactly like that, you need to fill here from the time of birth of Dhyan Chand, okay, until continue to 1979 till his birth, till his death. Okay, so just make here and just write down the events that is there under the dates, okay, under the years. Okay, children, so that's your homework, and please don't stop reading. Read the chapter thoroughly, okay, and mark the difficult words, learn the spellings. I'll get back to you all tomorrow. Thank you, children.